Wow, literally everything is a lie. Has anyone else got to a point where they navigate their way through life by basically flipping whatever the media or whatever authorities say 180 and literally assuming the opposite is true? And have you found that that has turned out to be true pretty much every time? So obviously I understand why we're lied to. I understand they want to take us away from our own natural divinity. I understand the big psyops, like, you know, the shape of the earth, evolution, trying to take us away from any form of divinity or creation. You know, I can understand these big lies, but why have they lied to us about things like Stephan Hawkins? And how the hell did we ever believe it? I mean, look at this interview I'm about to show you. How did we ever think that this was real?
I think, in a way, physics has been a progress away from mysticism towards a rational understanding of the universe.
Stephen, when did you first realize you wanted to be a physicist?
I think I knew from about the age of 9 or 10 that I wanted to be a scientist. Most of my activities, like playing with model fireworks or model railways or playing complicated games, was aimed in some way at finding out how the world worked around me. I was never very good with my hands, so my models did not work very well.
I mean, it's laughable. How was that ever presented to us as possible to interpret? Like, the guy is literally like just spazzing out in a chair, just mumbling, making the same fucking noise over and over again, you know, a retarded mumble. And they tried to tell us that this guy on his side was deciphering what each mumble meant to the point where he could form sentences out of it. I mean, it's just, for me watching it now, it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. But we pretty much all bought this. Of course, there's going to be a few of you who saw through it, but I totally bought this. I never went to the cinema. I've probably been to the cinema 20 times in my life, probably 10 times in my adult life. Yet I saw his film. I saw the film about Stephan Hawkins and was like, oh, isn't it terrible that this highly intelligent man was struck down by this illness? But I can't even really work out why they would do this psyop. I mean, maybe to normalize transhumanism, because he ended up getting a robot voice, and obviously they want to make us all fucking cyborgs where we're connected to AI and robots and they can control us or just switch us off. So maybe it was to normalize that. Maybe it was just to reinforce the whole space lie, make us, you know, believe that there's not a firmament there and that we're just this random creation that happened in a big bang. You know, he was big on that. I mean, everyone, you know, pretty much everyone bought it. His book sold 25 million copies. And can you imagine watching that man mumbling in a chair and thinking, I need to buy that guy's book? That's how strongly we were all psyoped. But there's loads of them. Is it Stevie Wonder, the blind man that's clearly not blind?
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no.
The fuck is that? Why would they do that? Why? It just seems illogical. Unless they're just I was gonna say unless they just enjoy like watching us all fucking spaz out over these lies, but I think it is more than that. I think with every lie there's just a bit more cognitive dissonance, a bit more disconnection from intuition, from common sense. You know, I suppose when you're at the point where you believe a deaf, blind and dumb woman is flying a plane, then you're dismissing any common sense that you have. You know, I think this I think the globe-tard stuff is really big, you know, like from the age, you know, all of our intuition, all of our senses, they tell us that we're not spinning around. Like, it's very clear if we're able to connect with our body and listen to ourselves and allow intuition to come in, it's very clear we're not spinning around at thousands and thousands and thousands of miles an hour. And then if you just think about it logically, you know, if the Earth was spinning like this, why do planes need to fly? Like, If I'm here and I want to get here, I'd just go up in the air, wait for the earth to spin round really fast and come down. I wouldn't need to fly anywhere. I mean, it's just so fucking obvious. It's unbelievable. Yet if we're dismissing these very obvious intuitions, these very obvious senses from a very, very young age, then we just dismiss everything and no longer trust ourselves, no longer trust our intuition, you know, what we sense, what we feel, and we just become these fucking plebs that are just like, feed me information, because I don't know anything, I can't even trust my senses. So I think that's what it's all about. But these Stephan Hawkins and this Hellier woman just seem totally bizarre to me. And Stevie Wonder, is it Stevie Wonder? I'm pretty sure it's called Stevie Wonder, the guy that's supposed to be blind, but then when something falls in front of him, he catches it. It's just fucking ridiculous. Like, this whole world is fucking ridiculous. I can't take part in it anymore. I'm done. So that awesome guy is called Owen Benjamin, one of my favourite people. For me, he's up there with Jeff Berwick, just absolutely fantastic, the best. Highly recommend following him on YouTube. Obviously, he's not allowed on YouTube, on X. Yeah, so I think something he says is really important, actually. The whole you would get an effing if you didn't write down these lies. So it's basically what I just said, where it's just programming us to regurgitate what we are told and not think about it and have it reinforced that that's correct and that we're good if we do that. And then that goes into the whole not speaking out thing, not questioning anything, because, you know, you'll get an F. Yeah, that's why they do it. Thank you for watching to the end. If you value this channel, please do support it with a like and a comment. I'm 100% shadow banned. I got an email from a really big supporter yesterday who doesn't have a YouTube account, and he just types in "Not Today Satan" to watch my videos every day. And he says for the last 2 weeks the channel doesn't come up, nothing comes up. I've been experiencing it myself on my other 2 channels. When I go on the homepage, I don't see any Not Today Satan videos. So yeah, it's really hard to get any traction with this channel, and therefore hard to find the motivation to keep creating videos for it when you get 1,500 views and you know that YouTube just isn't showing it to anyone. So if you could do your bit and try and help get around that by dropping a like, a hype and a comment, I'd really appreciate it. If you value this channel, please do help try and promote it, because at the end of the day, what you're doing by liking is you're saying other people should see this, and what I'm trying to do is get around people's cognitive dissonances, like, you know, racism being the best example, like the fact that we have a whole society that are just silenced by a word, by a name. Oh, you're racist, you know, and just trying to normalize, you know, no, discernment is okay. It's okay to have common sense boundaries around the type of person you want to grow up around, you want your children to grow up around, and it's okay to notice patterns and to notice differences in people. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to normalize all that. So if you think that's important, please help by liking, sharing, hyping, commenting, all the good stuff. Big love.